Alright, so third time may just be the charm as we get underway again. I am Enix Blaze, I'm going to be color casting for everyone tonight.
Captain Flowers here, handling the play-by-play. And Enix, maybe today is the day, maybe this is the hour where we get to actually make it past this pick and ban screen.
I know, man, the game has been... I feel like this is like a late game comp between the pick and ban phase right now. It looks like they're going to ban out Riven and Azir, so we're not going to see Riven this game. And we'll see what they decide to go and counter that. Azir ban being on blue side, they do get first pick.
I'm still expecting to see the Darius ban. We've seen it locked in both of the previous lobbies. But are they finally going to ban it now? Are they going to acknowledge it? They definitely do not want Fiora being a part in this game now.
No, they definitely don't want the heal from Fiora. I think that team fight heal and the ability to just assassinate pretty much anybody is really strong, especially when you have someone like Afro who can pretty much take that champion and solo carry a game with it. Gonna ban Draven out, so we're not gonna see that on the side of Swifty. I wonder what
Fiora also went from one of the worst laning phases in the game on her old iteration, where she had no escape mechanism, no CC, no anything, to now an almost Fizz or LeBlanc level of safety in the lane. Being able to riposte the CC from a gank, just dash away with the lunge. She's so hard to keep down.
Oh, definitely. Very, very hard in any lane, especially if she played in mid, where it's already very hard to gank people in mid lane, and you put someone with so much mobility and the ability to roam. Fiora's just good in any solo lane. Looks like we're going to hover a Yasuo, though.
The Darius and Taric bans are going to be the final two showing up in this game. A regular jokester over here on Red Team wants to get rid of that Gym Knight, while the Darius being locked in the past two games is finally enough motivation for somebody to say, you know, I really don't want to deal with that right now. So they're going to be able to block that one away.
Yeah, definitely don't want to see Mr. Fabulous on purple side. Although Afro does like to think of himself as very fabulous. They are still hovering Yasuo. I wonder... I really, honestly, I don't like Yasuo early in a draft because it really shows what kind of team comp you're gonna pick. And I don't know, you can pick away so much from a Yasuo comp if he's picked first. I don't like this pick.
See, I don't like it either, but for a very different reason. Yasuo's lanes are just so heaven or hell. There's a lot of lanes that Yasuo can do really, really well in. There's a lot of lanes that Yasuo is just going to feed like he's trying to solve world hunger. And if you lock him in first, it's up to the enemy then to pick something that can deal with him appropriately. Viger being hovered, though, and that's not one of those champions.
Definitely not one of those that... I don't know why they're prioritizing Veigar right now. Although, that Quinn pick... Okay, they're going to switch it over to Vi. Now, Vi is somebody that they do want to pick away from blue team. If Vi's in the jungle and she hits 6, all you have to do is keep ganking for Yasuo, because you have a guaranteed knockup in her ultimate. Plus another knockup if you time that one, or they decide to use something to get away from you. I don't know. I don't like that Yi pick either. We'll see.
Going for the hyper carry in what's most likely going to be the jungle. Master Yi is a champion that can deal with Yasuo pretty effectively, but Kayle being hovered now is one that accents Yasuo very well. He goes in, he manages to find that initiation through the ultimate, through a knockup that they're hopefully going to pick in one of these other picks for their squad, and then Kayle just makes it so he can't die once he's in there. A very potent combo if they can pull it off.
Oh yeah, I love the Kayle pick. It also gives your team a little bit of a little more mixed damage in that team comp, not going with a full AD type of comp. They actually have a lot of mixed damage in this comp by picking that Vayne. You've got true damage, magic, and attack damage as well. So it's very well-rounded, but very squishy at this point.
The scaling on this blue team is absolutely amazing, but their early game is definitely leaving a little bit to be desired. We're going to see if red team can manage to pick some early laning potential, maybe abuse that, take an advantage early, find some dragons, find objectives, and snowball the game through it. Irelia and Tahm Kench being hovered. Tahm Kench is actually rising in popularity so much now, Enix. Over the past few days, I've seen him in so many games, even across the highest level. Challenger and master level players are picking him up because he's so oppressive early game and in the 1v1.
Definitely, and it makes it very hard to kill your carries. He has the ability to stop people from locking down your carries. He can just eat them and run away. He can also lock down another carry if he gets the 3 stacks, so it's a really strong pick. And the ability, he also has a lot of map pressure as well. We'll have to see. Looks like they're going to try and make their team tankier by picking up Soraka. Soraka is somebody that can take a squishy comp and make them nearly unkillable. It's very good, although she doesn't bring as much CC to the team, she does have that silence.
Lee Sin going to be locked in, looking to shore up their early game weakness by having that early power jungler. But the problem right now with the picks that have been locked in, Yasuo doesn't have a lot of good enablers. Yes, you can find it off the Condemn if you're really fast. You can get it off the Lee Sin kick, but there's nothing short CD and really reliable. You don't have a Jarvan combo, you don't have a Janna Tornado or anything like that. Yasuo is definitely going to have to set himself up more often than not this game.
I see they're going to go for the Kench jungle again. I have been seeing a lot of Kench jungle ever since Mike did it. I don't know. I really don't know how good it is, as these clears really kind of questionable after a little while. The Akali pick interests me though, because I really haven't seen... Akali's another feast or famine type of champion, especially since they changed her around a little bit.
There's really almost no big AoE wombo combo potential on either one of these teams. Normally you see at least a little bit of combination potential with a couple like AoE ultis on team comps in at least one of the two teams. But this game, it's all about these 1v1 style champions. Both junglers are 1v1ers. The laners are assassins over on the red side. And you've got Yasuo and Kayle, another assassin and a 1v1 monster in her own right if she gets fed. So much potential for 1v1s and these small style skirmishes. But once these team fights break out into 5v5, it's really just going to come down to who plays the smaller engagements within that better.
One thing that I am seeing right now is that Master Yi is going to have pretty much all the time in the world in the blue team's backline. They don't have much to lock him down or stop him from going off. They do have the Kayle ulti, but it's not long enough for Master Yi's damage output. Morgana's gotta land a binding, otherwise, really, Vayne's dead immediately.
Upgraded red trinkets are also going to be important for both of these teams this game. If you're up against a champion like Vayne or Akali or anything else like a Rengar or a Kha'Zix or just anything that relies on that invisibility to be able to do their job effectively and still live, the upgraded red trinket is a nightmare for them. And I cringe every time I see a game where you're up against something like that that you need to shut down, you need to be able to deal with, and teams don't have those up and running by those mid-game team fights. So I think if either one of these Vayne or Akali players get ahead early and the other team fails to buy those items, there's a lot of snowball potential.
I do think that we're going to see a level 1 invade from one of these teams. Both of them are really good with their supports that they've picked at getting a really good pick at level 1. But it's up to whoever lands the CC first. Although Blitzcrank's side is a lot better if they do decide to get Kench to take his feasting ability first. But other than that, if they take Condemn and Binding level 1, it's gonna be risky, but they could pull it off and get a very good invade on either side.
I'd almost certainly bet on an invade coming out. It's almost disappointing when you see Blitzcrank locked in and then the team decides not to invade with him. That's what Blitzcrank is all about. I expect to see the invade over here on the red team side and the counter invade coming out from blue team, and I can only cross my fingers and hope that they end up meeting each other and we see some 5v5 level 1 action.
Alright, well, we're going to go into a quick break here. This is House Party 5v5. These are shoutcasted games that you can play in. Check out the House Party 5v5 subreddit for more information on how to get into these games. And also thank our sponsor, Vulcan, for giving us the ability to do what we're doing right now. We'll be right back. Alright, welcome back to House Party 5v5. A wonderful day on the Rift tonight as these teams get underway in this game. I will be your color commentator tonight. I am Enix Blaze.
And I'm Captain Flowers coming in on the play-by-play. These two teams looking to be moving as a unit at the level 1. I think we're going to see that invade we were looking for.
Most definitely. I wonder where they're going to meet up. Looks like both sides are going to go into this jungle here. A ward dropped by blue team, but they're getting really close to this Blitzcrank. There's going to be spotted out there.
Blitzcrank going to be dropped onto by that Dark Binding. The hand going to come out, but not going to be able to connect onto anyone. Wards dropped by this red side. Vayne finding some damage onto Master Yi. The Sonic Wave is going to connect. Resonating Strike is there, but no more follow-up. Master Yi down to about half HP. The Blitzcrank pull not quite ready yet. The Binding will connect onto Master Yi. Down to 200 HP, down to 100 HP. He's going to be first blood. Blue team picks up an early one.
That was the invade that I was looking for. Red team got off exactly what I wanted. That crucial Binding, and it was onto the enemy jungler on body count, so that's going to delay him a little bit.
Body count's the top laner this time.
Oh, actually, yeah. I forgot it is Kent's jungle, but so he'll actually get to lane pretty good, but the kill did go on to Hater, who is the jungler, so he'll be starting out. Actually, no, he's not the jungle either. That's the top laner. I am so confused.
Both top laners are both champions normally played in the jungle, but we're going to see them in a head-to-head. And it's very unfortunate for Master Yi that it's his lane opponent who got that kill, because now it's 2 Doran's start for Kale, and that's going to be really difficult for him to deal with.
Early first blood for these teams. I'm interested to see, though, who comes out on top in the mid lane. We know how aggressive Afro can play. Looks like body counts gonna get spotted out here. Ooh, he's going in.
Master Yi and Kale, some level 1 action. Auto attacks after auto attack coming out from Master Yi. He's not even afraid that he's behind. He's going to get in quite a few hits onto that Kale, and that's what he's going to have to do unless he wants to just be completely bullied away. A little bit of action back and forth in mid lane as well, but nothing really resulting from it.
Ooh, looks like red team actually placing a ward early. This quite an early ward. I don't know if they're expecting a
Blitzcrank finds the very early pull onto Vayne. The damage there. Piercing Light comes out. The exhaust being dropped by Morgana onto that enemy side AD carry. They will not be able to get the kill, but Vayne taken very low.
Oh, very, very low indeed. Gotta pop that pot already, and Lucian a lane bully. Oh, we're gonna see something more in the top lane there.
Those alpha strikes over and over coming out from Master Yi. He's taking the chance whenever he can to get some damage onto this Kayle, pressure her early, and make sure that she knows she can't just bully him around with that first blood advantage.
Ooh, Afro missing an ability there, but still ends up winning the trade. Looking to see some more fighting. Oh, here's some more fights though.
Yasuo trying to go in very, very deep. Akali still not level 3, only 2. Yasuo with the level advantage, but it's not going to do a whole lot. The Ignite is dropped, and that's just going to be a slow burn for the win, Samurai. Akali evens the score up 1-1. Master Yi going deep on Kayle once again, but cannot quite find a lot yet. Master Yi going to need those items before those trades are really going to start doing a lot for him.
Afro, the boss there in the mid lane, getting another kill there. Oh, but the hook!
Another pull into the bot side. The Piercing Light is there. The Spell Shield. It's Master Yi trying to find more damage onto Kayle, but he's taking a lot of damage from these minions. One more hit's going to be able to do it, and Body Count takes down Hater, but he's going to die in response. A 1-for-1 on the top side, but Master Yi gets the experience from it, despite Kayle having that early advantage.
Yeah, that advantage is actually going to go to Yi as this pushes into Kayle's tower here. Unless Kayle decides to teleport up there. Oh, yep, there's a teleport. Gonna get that experience, definitely.
Neither one of these junglers actually did the level 1 cheese where you take the camp, you go to lane with a Dorans and 5 potions. So they both have the ability to return to the lane very quickly. The nice part is for Master Yi, though, he doesn't have to waste his, while Kayle was staring down the barrel of a lot of missed minions if she didn't click that summoner spell.
Something interesting here. Lee Sin just now doing the blue buff. Kench already clearing out both of his big monsters there. Oh, a little bit of trading there in the mid lane, I see.
Yasuo trying to play aggressive, but it's so difficult for him to do so because of the power of these marks on Akali, making it so whenever he gets in melee range, as long as she keeps that on top of him, he's going to take a lot more damage.
Oh, the hook!
Blitzcrank with another pull onto Morgana into the bot side. Not going to get a whole lot out of it, but he is on point with these today. Lucian with the dash in, going to be able to miss that Ardent Blaze, but the Piercing Light is there. The exhaust comes out, more damage, and Vayne forced to disengage this one. Lucian and Blitz doing a wonderful job of bullying the Vayne early.
That was a little bit of too much aggression from the bot side on blue team. Oh, but Blitz missing the hook there. Lucian being able to chunk down Swifty, so he's not able to farm up as well as he wants to. Bit of a CS differential there in the bot side.
Oh, absolutely. Lucian ends up being a really solid pick, it turns out, against Vayne. So many of Vayne's counters early game in the laning phase, which is traditionally her weakness, have fallen out of favor lately, so she hasn't been able to be bullied so easily. But Lucian looking to change that as Kayle and Master Yi, the 1v1, breaking out topside once again. Yi looking to go very deep. He's going to need another Alpha Strike to make this happen. It's going to be the heal from Kayle. Master Yi hits the level 5. The Alpha Strike is there, and the Angel gets brought down. Blitzcrank looking for a pull into this bot side. The exhaust dropped again. This red team bot lane is making Morgana's exhaust come out on cooldown. So much pressure. Yasuo and Akali 1v1 mid lane once again, but the Wind Samurai can just not find what he's looking for in this matchup. He keeps dashing in, trying to find those Steel Tempests, but the marks are way too much to deal with. Blitzcrank, another hook could come out here into the bot side. If it's on Vayne, it's going to be a kill. Enix, does he land it? No, he just punches the minion and walks away.
I think he's a bit low on mana. He gets hit by the binding. I don't think it's going to come anything of it. Looks like Kench moving in for the gank there. They might just decide to take the tower. One thing I do want to say is Master Yi in the top lane, just taking control of that lane early. Putting down
he did a wonderful
lot of
job.
Yeah.
Of evening it up after the initial first blood. As Tahm Kench and Lee Sin find each other here in the jungle, it's going to be the Devour. Instantly popped. Lee Sin could be in some trouble here. Blitz combos attached to full. That's the knockup. The damage there. The flash being forced out from Lee Sin. Tahm is not able to connect the tongue. If that connected, it was 100% going to be a kill. Lucian not rotating over to join the fight in time. Lee Sin taken low, but it doesn't count unless you get the entire health bar.
More aggression from mid lane. Akali hitting level 6 now. That bot lane, though, snowballing a little bit out of control, although there is another fight up top lane. That body count is level 6 now.
Master Yi continuing to find the damage over and over again, but without any CC in his kit, he's not really going to pose a huge threat to Kayle unless she gets down very, very low and very far away from her turret. Akali finding the damage on towards Yasuo into the mid lane. Going to need another mark. There it is. There's the Ignite. Will the damage show up? It does, but Akali likely going to drop the Ignite here. She will. It's a 1-for-1 there in the mid lane with a big wave of minions about to collide into this turret. Yasuo definitely going to lose out there. Kayle still level 5 compared to Master Yi's level 7.
All of the lanes right now are doing a very, very good job of getting experience advantages, trading kills for level advantages. Body count playing very well into this matchup. I expected actually Hater to be able to bully out Yi a little bit, but he's just going full aggro. And Afro in that mid lane able to get advantages as well. Yasuo missed a huge amount of experience there. And as we see now, the junglers honestly haven't done a lot in these fights.
They really haven't. It's the early game power of both of them, especially Lee Sin. He's the poster boy for early game jungle presence, and he's 0-0-1 at 8 minutes. He just hasn't really been showing up yet. He's been mostly farming. Akali goes in on Yasuo once again, not finding a whole lot, but Lee Sin definitely needs to make his presence more known and more inspiring in this game. Akali continuing to find the damage onto Yasuo. The last breath is there, but Tom shows up. The tongue is down. Akali looking to go very deep. She needs one more hit. She's going to find it, but she pays the price until Tom devours her away to safety, drags her out of that turret, and that's going to be a 1-for-0. That is the power of the King.
That is definitely the power of the King. Here's another fight, though, in the bot lane.
It's going to be Lucian trying to find that piercing light damage onto Vayne. Once again, the spell shield has been popped. It's no longer available, but Lee Sin shows up, and this is what the blue side needed. That is Lee Sin's early jungle pressure. Morgana with that flash into the soul shackles. Can they get the kill? Blitz with the flash is going to deny that one. The teleport now looking to come in from Master Yi. Can he clean this one up? His mop and bucket not quite strong enough. The Highlander has been popped. The black shield is out onto Morgana. Master Yi using the meditate for the auto attack reset. Vayne grabs those silver bolts and takes him down. The teleport being clicked by Kayle, but otherwise not needed. She's just going to have to cancel that one. 6-6 now the team score, as both teams are not willing to let this one go easy.
Oh my gosh, easy Hoon, hold me. Going in at just the perfect time there in the bot lane to save Morgana. Dropping very low, getting the perfect amount of damage, the kick coming out. Just a beautifully executed play from the blue team. And body count did a very good job as well, teleporting there a little bit too late, but does end up picking a kill off the backside of that fight, although Vayne picking up the kill as well. So
body count, he finds the kill he was looking for. The teleport wasn't a waste. However, he does die, and that leaves Kayle time to just farm out in the top lane, shove that wave in as quickly as she can. That might give her the opportunity to get back in this game and close in on that Nashor's Tooth power spike. And once she has that item, the difference is just day and night.
Oh, but here comes Ice Storm, does land the binding.
Finds the binding onto Akali into the mid lane. It's going to be the black shield dropped on top of Yasuo, but even in a 1v2, Akali maintains her presence in this lane. They're too afraid to dive in towards that shout. They don't have any vision. You can't gank Akali without it. And she's going very deep onto Yasuo again. That binding is going to miss. She dashes back out to the creep. And that is the 4th kill of the game onto Afrosaurus. This red team mid laner looking to carry this one on his own.
Oh yeah, Afro just showing us why he is #1 on the ladder. Hater though getting chunked out. I don't know if it'll
Master
be
Yi
enough.
Continues to find the poke damage onto Kayle, but again, it's so hard to actually grab the kill until she's low to begin with. It's going to be Lee Sin showing up. Master Yi potentially going to try to turn this one around, but not able to. Still in that early phase part of the game where Lee Sin's damage is more than enough to beat out the Master Yi DPS. It's going to be Tahm Kench under pressure from Kayle and Lee Sin. Once again, the thick skin has been popped. That shield is going to wear away very quickly. Should that Sonic Wave connect, Resonating Strike will be there shortly, and bada bing, bada boom. That's one dead Kench. The blue team takes the kill advantage.
But watch out, here comes Afro up the bot side of the map. He's gonna pick up one.
Ollie for the cleanup, mop and bucket ready. That's a shutdown onto Lee Sin. The invulnerability is down from Kayle, but it's not gonna do anything. You can't flash away from Akali. There's always another dash waiting for you. That's a double kill onto her as Kayle goes down, and that kill advantage goes right back into red team territory.
Oh, and it's going on exactly who they want. Oh, Morgana getting pulled.
Crank finds the pull onto the enemy support. They will be able to dish out so much damage through that piercing like the soul shackles are down, but it's not going to do enough yet. Lucian with the heal. He's got the flash. He's got the damage. Final hour keeping Vayne alive for the time being. Yasuo with the rotation. Red team might overextend here. Yasuo needs to get on top. He's going to be able to find the Steel Tempest. Blitzcrank just buying his 80 carry time to escape. He knows he's dead. Lucian going to be able to walk away from that one, but ultimately a 1-for-1.
That was very good roam there from the side of blue team. Stalter OG trying to get back into the game now, as he's very behind Afro now. About 2 kills down in CS, and another 4 kills in gold there in the mid lane. Akali just now picking up part of what looks to be Azanya's hourglass.
Oh, Kench steal away that dragon, but he's not going to be able to find it. The blue team picks it up. They pick up Kench for their troubles as the 1v1 between Yi and Kale into the top side. The meditate going to be there, trying to find that auto attack reset. It's Akali going down to the bot side. She looks to come in and clean up, but she cannot find it. Yi takes Kale down top side, but it's a small consolation for losing that Fed mid laner, losing your jungler, and losing the dragon.
The kill went over to Lee Sin on Easy Hoon. I would have. Oh, my stream just crashed. We'll have to get back into the game shortly, but I take it away, Captain Flowers.
No problem, my friend. Hopefully you'll be able to get that fixed in just a second, but the blue team going to be pressuring on towards this turret now. They've got the advantage from the dragon. They got the advantage from winning the fight. Now they're able to take the advantage and translate it into a turret. That's so important for teams to be able to do. So many times you'll see teams end up coming up, they grab a couple kills, and then they just fall back. They farm it out. They clear the lanes, and they buy. The difference between a team that wins and a team that doesn't is that the team that wins is going to be able to find objectives off the back of those kills. Lucian and Blitzcrank continuing to shove the lane up bottom, looking for that aggro.
And we're back now. Looks like Swifty barely dodging that out there. Aladdin trying to pick up a pick there.
Matt
Haters in a bad spot.
Deep onto Kale here. There's the all-in. There's the Highlander. Cut after cut, piece after piece. The invulnerability is down, but she doesn't have a prayer. That's going to be another kill onto body count. 5 and 4 now for him. That completed Blade of the Ruin King, more than enough to bring Kale down.
Oh, Swifty though.
Into the bot side. Blitzcrank looking to be able to set this one up. Lucian going to find that calling that is not going to be blocked by the Black Shield. Lee Sin shows up just in time to potentially keep his ally alive. The piercing light is there. The exhaust is down, but they are not going to be able to connect that sonic wave. Blitz and Lucian looking to try to make this happen into the 2v3, but Blitzcrank bitten off a little bit more than he can chew. Lucian now on his back feet, going to have to run away from this one. Lee Sin forward onto the ward. The Dark Puddle is down. Can he get away? The answer is no. That's going to be Lee Sin bringing his team that advantage that they're looking for, and this is what I wanted to see out of Lee Sin.
Oh yeah, the early aggression now playing out for the blue side. It's pretty even now in gold. Blue team actually having a lead despite Afro being so far ahead. Looks like they're going to pick up another.
Master Yi with the TP bottom. Going to look to flank this one from behind. Can he manage to make anything happen, or will he just connect everything? A wonderful dodge through the Alpha Strike. Final hour is there. They're going to be able to turn that aggro over onto Lee Sin. The comp Kench connects the tongue. It's Afro down on the bot side now. A double kill onto Master Yi as Yasuo is afraid to go anywhere near this. He does go near it. He finds the kill onto Master Yi, but that's going to cost him a lot, and by a lot, I mean his very life. He's brought down. It's a double kill onto the Kench as the red team takes down 4.
A little bit trigger happy there from Afro with that flash. Wanting to pick up at least 1 kill off of that, although he does get his teammates a little bit more evenly distributed in the gold department for him. Dragon right now is down, so not a whole lot they can get off the backside of this.
The red team took 2 very snowbally champions with no CC, no real way to contribute to the game if they fall behind, and put them into their solo lanes. It was a big gamble, and it's coming up lucky 7s right now because they're completely dominating. Master Yi at 7 and 5, Akali at 6 and 2. Out of 16 kills, 13 are on these 2 champions, and blue team is going to have to find a way to deal with this.
Big gold leads. Looks like Stalter trying to save the tower, but it's, oh, is it going to be enough? Just barely saving it.
The wind wall doing work, but Blitzcrank finding that hole once again. It's like it's a point-and-click skill with this guy, connecting time after time. Aladdin XX making the Blitzcrank pulls look easy. The Dark Binding going to connect from Morgana as well, but they cannot collapse with Akali waiting right there.
This tower's definitely going to go down, but Haters in a bad spot. I wonder if they can land the hook. They do!
From downtown, it's Akali on top of Kale. The invulnerability is there. The Black Shield is there. The flash is over the wall. Will it be enough? Akali looking to potentially make it happen, but she's having to walk away. The Shroud not going to be able to get her in range with that speed boost. Blue team now loses their top laner. They've got their turret down to 1 hit, and they have to be careful about trying to defend this because red team may just make a dive. Blitzcrank looking for the pull once more. He's going to be able to not connect it. The flash from Morgana gets her out safely, but red team takes down their 3rd turret of the game.
Look, Vayne did split push there. Looks like Master Yi's taking down another tower there, so this is going to be actually Oh!
Yasuo taking so much damage here into the mid lane. It's going to be Afro picking up another kill. The Morgana trying to drop the binding, but it's not enough. The 1v1 between Yi and Lee is not even close to even at this point. Master Yi continues to pressure top. The rest of the red team continues to pressure mid. Akali eats a couple turret shots, but that's just an absolute snack at this point. It does not matter. The red team is looking to take down their 5th turret of this game. No contest.
Swifty better be careful. Afro can make a very, very easy tower dive, especially with how many people there. Body count. This is exactly what the blue team did not want. The assassins going off, and there's nobody there to stop them.
Finding that insta-kill onto Vayne. The damage at this point is so high. However, when you go in that deep, you might go in just a little bit too far. Yasuo going to be able to pick up that kill. The Kench goes down as well. Put him back on the bench, boys. Lucian looking to run away over this wall, but it's going to be a triple kill over onto this Yasuo. Can he grab the Quadra? Master Yi looking to suicide for that turret, but it's going to survive with just a sliver. The Quadra onto Yasuo. The ace overall. Blue team will not give up this fight.
Oh, that was actually exactly what the blue team wanted there. Lots of kills on the Yasuo, getting him back into the game. He's somebody that can actually make probably the biggest impact at this point. Having Kayle ulti on him will help out, especially if he gets a 5-man ulti. Looks like they're gonna pick up their 2nd dragon of the game though.
That is one area of this where blue team has the advantage. Red was not able to acquire dragon number 1. They haven't been able to acquire dragon number 2. If blue team can keep controlling that, the goal difference actually isn't that huge. They have to make sure that when Master Yi and Akali come in, Kayle's ulting the target they go on, and they're immediately returning that burst back to them. Neither one of those two champions can survive for very long. If blue team can deal with those two, the rest of the team will crumble.
They have to land the knockups onto Master Yi and Akali. If they get into the back line, a huge amount of their damage is gone. 50's got to get the red buff as well, although it's not going to be good into Master Yi, who, if he has Highlander, is immune to all slows, so push going on both sides. Split push. I don't know if they can stop it.
Needs to apply some pressure to this top lane turret that blue team's got. The one that they've got remaining has just a sliver of HP left. They need to just split off, have someone take that down, and force it. It's not going to be that difficult, and as soon as that turret falls, as long as they bring it down before it gets 10 minutes to regenerate, they're going to have an open inhibitor to force a fight on with this Yi and with this Akali.
The dragon not live right now, but everybody grouping around it. Oh, there's the hook
with the pull over the wall. Not going to be able to connect that one. Threads the needle in between two as Akali must be thinking on the exact same page that I am, because she wants this turret before it regenerates. Kayle going to be the one trying to answer her, but the damage is going to be there for Akali. Kayle has to be so careful about this. The ult has been popped, and that is Akali's signal to go right back in to pick up the kill, and now she's got the turret there unless the rest of the team rotates in time. Lee Sin shows up. Yasuo shows up. They've got the Shroud, but she doesn't get away in time. Meanwhile, the rest of the red team knocking on mid lane's door. They take down the turret. The inhibitor could be the next target. Yasuo Whirlwind is only going to connect on the Blitz. That's not who the last breath needs to answer. Tahm Kench now taking some Vayne damage, but the red team able to safely disengage this one for the time being.
Swifty getting dangerously close to Aladdin there. Playing with fire against one of the bigger pick comps. Oh, it's going in on the Swifty!
Going very, very hard. It's going to be Swifty taking a lot of damage, but Blitzcrank the first one to fall into this fight. Master Yi looking to make more happen. Can he do it? The answer is yes. A double kill, a triple kill, a quadra kill on the body count. He lives up to his name. He puts him 6 feet deep, and that's red team looking to potentially end the game right here.
They're going after the culling, hitting on a hater. I want to see this Nexus go down, although Baron is up as well.
Those death timers still not long enough to be able to end the game. I might have got just a little bit too excited there, but they will be able to take inhibitor number 1. Inhibitor turret number 2 is actually still low enough to walk on over, take that as well. If they get this inhibitor, they're going to be playing it very, very risky. The enemy team is spawning. If there's enough home guards coming after them, they might get caught out here. Kayle being devoured by Tahm Kench, but overall, he's just going to turn into a nice fish fillet. It's Master Yi caught out by the last breath. It's Vayne condemning Lucian away, but not into a wall. Yasuo in hot pursuit. He's got the minion wave. He's got the dashes. He's got the tornado. He's got the triple kill. And blue team might be able to look for the Baron.
These huge kill streaks going on to these carries on both sides. looking for the Baron now. Oh, Afro!
Holly onto Vayne into the middle of 4. Can she find the kill? She's got the hourglass down. The immediate pink ward is going to see her out. The exhaust has been dropped. The stun into the wall. It's going to be another kill for Yasuo. Blitzcrank now under pressure. The ace for blue team. This is going to be Baron, and this is what they needed to stay in the game.
If they get this Baron, they can stall it out. However, they must make sure that no one gets caught out here and loses their buffs. They are very low. And they do have teleports on the opposite team. Here comes Master Yi!
Master Yi looking to come in very, very quickly, but those teleports are going to be able to get people out in time for the most part. It's going to be Lee Sin dropping first. Yi still in hot pursuit on top of the kill. She doesn't have any way out. She's going to drop all but certainly. The Highlander's still ticking. They've got to try to get closer. He's not able to find the kill. Yasuo now looking to turn this one around. Master Yi isn't quite prepared for the damage. And the Wind Samurai, he starts off the game in the lowest of ways. He's losing the lane to Akali, but now he's 13-7, Enix, and he's got the potential to put this game on his back.
It's so close now. The gold still really close, within about 1,000 gold. A lot of turrets though for red team. We'll see how blue team can stall this out. They do have a very, very high potential late game. They're trying to get vision on the red side. A lot of pink wards across the map. You got one of them actually getting taken out there. Blue team has one, red team has another.
Blue team just has to make sure that they're playing as a team at this point. They need Morgana shields to protect people from Akali. They need Kayle shield to protect them from Akali and Master Yi, period. And they need to have everybody in the same group to set up and protect Yasuo while he does his thing. If blue team keeps playing as a group, if they keep responding appropriately to what red team's trying to do, they could just win this game. But if they get overconfident, if they win a couple fights and start splitting up, that's exactly what Master Yi and Akali wants, and that's going to be their ticket to the defeat screen.
Oh, that's a very good transfer there. Blue buff onto Kayle, gonna get more CDR there. Ability to help Yasuo out in these fights. Kayle right now is gonna be acting. Oh, and we're having to pause now. Looks like a disconnect from Aladdin.
Oh no, the technical difficulties Instagram filter showing up here once again. Hopefully Blitzcrank's able to get himself back into the game very soon. This one's so close, I couldn't bear to see it in 4v5.
No, it looks like he's going to reconnect immediately, so that's going to be good for both sides. As this game gets underway, looks like both teams trying to get their next items. Both AD carries stuck at 2 items, although Lucian does have the makings of what appears to be either a Bloodthirster or a Blade of the Ruin King. Not sure which one he's going to pick up. I'd rather see him get a Bloodthirster for that extra defensive abilities, as no one's going to be really kiteable with that blade active onto blue side. We'll just have to see. Although Vayne sitting on currently about 1,700 gold, so you'll see another item being built. We'll have to see how these players build as the game goes on, trying to close out this game.
Vayne also getting into that area where she's starting to come into her own. The early game is now definitely in that rearview mirror. So Lucian's time has come and gone. He did a great job early game bullying Vayne around. However, it's now Vayne's turn to return the favor. If she can manage to find the kills, if she finds the positioning through final hour, she's going to be a much bigger threat in these team fights.
Oh, and the dragon though, gonna be spawning. If red team gets this, it is late enough in the game where the first dragon will matter. Much more than it did earlier in the game. Body count gonna try and pick up blue buff. Get himself those Yi sets a little bit quicker.
Red team already on top of this dragon. Kayle looking to potentially maybe TP in here, but blue team is going to give that one away. Not worry about contesting it. They absolutely didn't have to go over the fight, but Blitzcrank finds the pull onto Yasuo, and that is the champion you want to pull onto. The black shield dropped over the wall, but Master Yi closing in, going to be able to force out the flash. Blue team just trying to disengage this one.
Oh, that was a huge cooldown that they needed onto Yasuo. Although it's going to be mitigated with Kayle ulti, it's still a huge cooldown that they need to burn off of both of these carries on the blue team in order for red to clear out the game.
A wonderful pull by Blitzcrank, and that's what Blitzcrank can do. That pull, although it didn't come out to be a kill right there, might be the difference between a kill or a death later on. Yasuo might not be able to finish someone off because he can't flash after them. He might die because he can't flash away. We won't know until we see it. But wonderful heads-up play coming from Blitzcrank, looking for another pull over here. Gonna be able to find it onto Kale. The knockdown is there. The Tom Kench comes. The ultimate from Kale being popped immediately onto herself. And this is the sign that blue team cannot keep fighting this right now. It's a Kali melting Bane at the start. It's gonna be Master Yi finding Yasuo, and blue team has collapsed. Red team finding the damage over and over again. It's 4 kills for nothing so far. They will be able to pick up Master Yi, but that's a very lousy prize when you've lost almost everyone on your team. The red team comes up huge. They find the carries, they find the damage, and they're looking for the base.
Oh, Afro really wanted to go in there, but he knew that it could mean the difference between winning or another blue team stall, but Afro gonna be going down.
Onto Akali trying to turn it around, but not quite able to. The Angel finds the kill, but is it gonna be enough? The answer is not quite that clear yet. Magic 8 Ball, it's gonna be Blitzcrank finding the kill onto Kale. That's the unofficial ace. Bane respawning just in time to be able to hold this turret. Red team happened to walk away from this one. They've got to be careful about the home guards. They won the fight. They can't throw it for something silly here.
Yeah, especially with the ability to blue team to hold this off. They have some high damage dealers. Bane being able to chunk down these high tanky super minions now. The inhib's actually staying alive. Not gonna be able to get that just yet on red side.
That's very, very important for this blue team because of the fact now that they're going to be able to stay together without worrying about that split push. The super minions are so important for what the composition with Master Yi and Akali's trying to do because it forces a single person to sit in that lane and deal with those minions. And if you can get Akali or Master Yi into a 1v1, sneak behind the vision line, take them out while they're clearing, you can force so much to happen, but now blue team is able to fight 5v5 like they want to.
They've got to get vision though. Vision control right now slightly in favor of blue team onto the Baron. They have about 2 minutes to prep this before it's going to spawn. Kench actually trying to get that started. Going for the smite. Gonna get the crab control. Mr. Crab's going down, and as well as complete vision now on this Baron.
Blue team cannot afford to give the Baron away. They've got open inhibitors that they're going to have to fight on anyway, unless they want to just give up that pressure once again. And if red team has the Baron buff, it's going to make it that much worse. Lee Sin and Master Yi into the 1v1. It's going to be Yi just shredding through Lee Sin's health bar like a cheap dessert. It's Yasuo trying to find the comeback kill, but it only ends up in a double for Yi. The blue team is in a terrible position at this point. Master Yi looks for the damage. Morgana picks him up. It's going to be Lucian with that culling backwards, picking up the kill. It's not going to be anything more than a 2v2, but the scene
watch out for the bot lane
as Akali pushes bottom with that split push threat. The turret is all she's got in her sights.
I think she should have actually went for the inhib there, trying to push bot lane farthest away to draw the team away, but not gonna happen today. Looks like they're gonna be spot out here by a ward. They're gonna get away safely.
Both of these teams are so back and forth, Enix. We've looked at this gold constantly throughout the game, and in a lot of games you see a team start to pull ahead at some point, but that's just not the case. These guys have been within 500 gold of each other for 29 minutes.
And it's so close. Almost completely even despite the amount of towers that red team has. They're gonna try and get this back on blue team. The vision control. Morgana, Ice Storm, trying to get this bait started. They can 5v5 a little bit better than the red side. We have flash down on Master Yi, flash down on Afrosaurus. Both of those carries not going to be able to make as many plays as they want to. And flash actually going to be up on Salter OG very soon, so that's going to help out a lot for the blue side. They're going to try and bait this out. Looks like a push though onto the mid lane. We'll have to see who decides to start this off. Aladdin a little bit out too far. Oh, but body count gets hit.
The binding connects onto body count. He takes a little bit of damage, but not going to be able to be brought down quite yet. It's Swifty being cold in the backdrop, but the minion's going to absorb most of that. That cooldown now spent on Lucian. He won't have that for the next few seconds. Will the fight break out? It looks like Red Team wants it. It's Afro into the backdrop. It's Lee Sin holding to all of Red Team. He's melted immediately. Blitzcrank taken very, very low, but that's not the target you care about. He also finds the last breath. Blitzcrank goes down. Master Yi is dead, but Kale and Lee Sin are also dead in response. They managed to find the kill onto Tom. Afro into the backdrop finds the kill onto Morgana. It's a 4 for 3 so far. Lucian and Akali are still alive. Vayne is a champion that can deal with that, but she's got to be careful.
Oh, it's Akali though, having resets, gonna have Shadow Dance available.
She
gonna go
dashes
after
to the minion. She's
Swifty.
looking to close the distance. If she can find it, there's the damage. Vayne with the condemn is gonna be able to knock her away. She's so close to the wall. Akali looking to find this kill. Vayne's got to get the hell out of dodge as Lucian and Akali look to take down these inhibs. Nobody respawning next for a couple seconds here on blue side. They'll have Lee Sin, but he's not exactly a threat against the fed Akali that is on this red team.
Oh, but the home guard's coming out. Here comes Easy Hoon. He's gonna go in.
They want the damage, but Vayne going just a little bit too far forward. The Akali damage is already on top of her, and Lee Sin, with 0 real DPS of his own, is not going to be able to pose a threat here. They wanted to be able to find the kill. They saw the Lee Sin coming up at the home guard. They saw Akali lagging a little bit behind Lucian, but the problem was they didn't see the fact that she's 13-6, and she could just turn it around, blow Vayne up, and walk away.
Oh, but they've got to watch out here. Blue team does not have Swifty. They're gonna go in for the fight.
Breaks out once again as Kale pulled into the backdrop. The invulnerability dropped onto Yasuo, but a wonderful Zonia's by Akali keeps her alive through that phase. It's gonna be a shutdown. Afro bites the dust. The binding connect onto Lucian. There's the tornado. The Lee Sin flash, not able to connect that sonic wave through that angle in the back onto Lucian. He's gonna be able to use that Frost Queen's Claim to disengage this fight. Morgana gets pulled. Blitzcrank, wonderful job waiting on that Black Shield to fade away. It's S7 Ventus picking up the kill onto Ice Storm as the red team might have another window to potentially make something happen.
Oh, they're gonna rush the Baron now. They've got the tank there in Ventus. Body count, and that's Yummy gonna be able to tread this one down very easily. Blue team cannot respond. This should be a Baron for red team.
Red team able to find a way to secure this objective off the back of a lot of crazy fights. This has been one giant extended fight for the last 2.5 minutes. But red team comes up victorious for the time being. Lee Sin picking up the kill onto Blitzcrank and Tom Kench under pressure. They're going to be able to fillet him nice and deep. Master Yi stuck in the pit. He's got the Highlander. There's a little bit of damage going down, but Hater is going to be able to take body count into the grave as blue team picks up 3 at the cost of a Baron.
I don't know who's... I think that still was stronger for red team though. They have inhibitor control, and just to have Baron onto 1 or 2 people is gonna benefit them very, very, very well as they try and push and in the game. Afro gonna go in though.
Afro being caught out here by the Lee Sin and the Kale. This is a 1v2. He could potentially win if he plays it right. Kale using that invulnerability to keep herself alive. They have to burn Akali down now. The Zonias keeps her alive. Kale looking for some brush cover to just get away from this one. Akali dashing to the crab to get herself away. And it's blue team looking to pick up the 3rd dragon of the game for themselves. Looking to grab that movement speed bonus. They grab it. They're going to be able to walk away. But red team is still so very scary.
Yeah, they still have Baron on 2 members. Afro actually getting away from that despite being in a very, very bad spot. We're gonna put blue buff, it looks like, onto Lucian. So that's gonna help him in these team fights. The game's still going on. We thought this was gonna end so long ago, being in base several times, but blue team doing a very, very good job at stalling out this one.
They're doing everything they can. Akali 13-7, but she went with a more bruiser-style Akali build. She's got the Gunblade. She went Trinity 4nd, a really odd pickup. Not quite the insane burst that you see if you go for like a Lich Bane or a Rabadon's Death Cap, but at the same time gives her a little bit more mobility, gives her a little bit more survivability, and it seems to not be doing too bad.
She wants to be able to just get in there and stick to Vayne, who's somebody that's very, very hard to actually catch up to, even with Shadow Dash, when she goes and uses that ultimate. Tumble giving the invisibility, being able to kite out for very long periods of time, especially without any CC on their team, needing to stick to the back line. Hook just barely missing, but this inhib should go down.
able to defend the inhib from the pressure of all these minions. They shove him away for the time being. It's Lee Sin into the backdrop. He's looking to find the kick one to someone, but he only gets it onto the catch. The whirlwind from Yasuo is going to miss. The exhaust is down onto Master Yi. That might be what they need to bring him down. He's taking so much damage. He's going to go. It's a Kali into the middle of everyone. A double kill for Vayne. Shuts her down before the Zhonya's hourglass. Blue team turns this game around. Blitzcrank, the third one to fall. It's a 3 for 0 so far. A triple kill onto Vayne. It's a full ace for Blue team.
That was amazing! A clean ace for Blue team. Playing to their strengths, it looks like Master Yi went in just a bit early and they were able to get in there and stop his aggression. Not accounting for the exhaust, Master Yi went in way too early and was instantly exploded. Couldn't put out the damage to take down a squishy, and you saw from there, Afro tried to dive in as well. No backup from the rest of the team. And just so much being able to happen with Kale's ulti. Ends up getting away from there.
Exhaust won that team fight. It put Master Yi in the back of everyone, unable to get a reset on the Alpha Strike. He gets melted. Akali sees that he's exhausted, but he's in the back line. She needs to go in and help him out, help him get that reset and find the damage. Master Yi's already dead by the time her dash finds its target. She then dies before the Zhonyas can go off. And at that point, the rest of their team is cannon fodder. Amazing exhaust, Ice Storm. You should be patting yourself on the back for a week about that one. Very well played from everyone on Blue team.
And Blue team getting a slight lead now. Afro getting a bad spot. He could get condemned. We're not going to see it actually come out. Here goes bounty count though.
Master Yi pops everything. He wants to kill onto Vayne. The condemn into the wall is going to do what it can, but Yasuo now under pressure. If they can find both these carries, it's red team picking up 2. They've got the ones that matter. Morgana under pressure. The Zhonya's hourglass has been popped, but when you're in the middle of 5, it's nothing but a Morgana party, and she's invited straight down to the abyss. That's going to be 3 for 0. The red team returns the favor, and they're looking to take the Nexus.
Oh, this should be a win for red team. Good game for both teams though. Oh!
Dives deep onto Kale. Lee Sin taking a lot of damage from the remainder of this red side. The culling will not connect. The fist from Blitzcrank will not connect. But red team, after losing a 5 for 0 battle, finds their window to come back. They find the win. A 43 to 43 game where the winning team ended the game down 500 gold. GG, well played. What a game to watch.
That was a amazing game there. Both teams so close. Look at the goal difference. So close for both of these teams. But in the end, it was the Assassins on red team that were able to close out that fight.